So again, continuing with the existing discussion on JEE Mains mathematics. Now let us discuss about tips and tricks regarding to calculus. Okay, now calculus in all, it's a very important topic. Whether it is from mains point of view or advanced point of view, it is almost 30 to 35% of the syllabus. So you can expect around 10 questions on JEE Mains out of 30 questions purely on calculus. Again, in calculus there are two parts, that is differential calculus and integral calculus. So first let's discuss about differential calculus. Now in differential calculus we have various chapters, like we have relations and functions. We can start relation functions, we can include that in differential calculus as well. Then you have limits, continuity and differentiability, then you have derivatives, and then the last topic is application of derivatives. Okay. Relations is a very scoring topic. It is not there in JEE Advanced, but it is there in JEE Mains. So usually people don't read the theory of that topic, but it's a very scoring topic. If you only focus on the definition of transitive relation, equivalence relation, symmetric relation and reflexive relation, the question is usually based on these four definitions. So you just go through the definition of these four basic relations and solve some previous JEE Mains questions based on this topic. Usually most of the time they don't even ask question on this topic. Second topic is functions. Now functions पे as such directly question नहीं आता है, but it is used in almost all the other topics of differential calculus. Okay, so there is a lot of theory in this topic. You have to read inverse of a function, periodic functions, properties of periodic functions, then composition of functions, transformation of graph, basic functional equations, types of functions, algebraic, then modulus, box function and everything. So there is a lot of theory. You revise each and every aspect of the theory from functions. Okay. Then there is the next topic, which is limits, continuity and differentiability. Okay. Now limits question won't be very theoretical. It will be like solve this limit. To solve a limit, you have various methods. You have factorization, rationalization, using standard limits. Then you have series expansion. Okay, in series expansion, I have seen that students try to mug up too many series. Sin inverse x, cos inverse x. I don't think that is required at mains level. You just memorize the series of sin x, cos x, e raised to x, a raised to x and log of 1 plus x. I think 5 series would be sufficient to solve any problem related to limits in JEE Mains. And then of course you have this L'Hopital rule, which is very helpful. For example, if you are supposed to solve a question like limit extending to pi by 4 root 2 cos x minus 1 upon cot x minus 1. As you know, in 12th standard L'Hopital is not there. You can't use L'Hopital method in boards. But in mains, if this question is asked, otherwise this question becomes very lengthy if you go by factorization and all. But with the help of L'Hopital, you can just solve it in 1 minute. Differentiate the numerator, differentiate the denominator and put x equal to 45 degree. So you get minus 1, minus cancel, 1 upon 2, half is the answer. So it's a very handy method. You can use wherever you feel like, only if it is 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity form. The other part of this chapter is continuity and differentiability. Okay, now there is not much theory in this. I think if you solve 20-30 questions on the topic, you will get an idea what kind of questions are asked on continuity and differentiability. But I would definitely suggest you that you read all those things like differentiable plus differentiable function is a differentiable function, or non-differentiable plus differentiable function is a non-differentiable function. Those kind of things also helps. Like for example, there was a question in JEE Advanced in which 4 options were given, and they asked which of the functions is differentiable at x equal to 0. So the options are like cos mod x plus mod x, cos mod x minus mod x, then sin mod x plus mod x, sin mod x minus mod x. Okay. Now if you know that addition of a differentiable and a non-differentiable function is always non-differentiable, you can just get rid of these two options. No? because mod x is not differentiable at x equal to 0, while cos mod x is nothing but cos x is of course differentiable at x equal to 0. So we definitely know कि यार first two options तो नहीं हो सकते because they are not differentiable. So we need to check only last two options. So ये सब देख लो कि मतलब what is the product of a differentiable and non differentiable function and all those things. Okay. Then in derivatives again it's a very small chapter. Usually many of the times questions is not even asked on this chapter, but you can use shortcuts like, I mean, if you have been taught, you can use partial derivatives sometimes to find out the derivative of a implicit function. So such techniques can be used. In application of derivatives, yes, I mean there are various subtopics here: Rolle's theorem, Lagrange's theorem. We have maxima, minima, which is very important topic. Tangents, normals. Maxima, minima अच्छे से कर लो because एक क्वेश्चन तो इस पे आता ही है हर साल. Local maxima, local minima, global maxima, global minima. You should be very clear about the concepts of this. And then you solve many problems on this maxima, minima. Try to create your own tricks. Try to create your own shortcuts in this topic. So that is all about differential calculus. Now let us talk about integral calculus. In integral calculus there are three topics like indefinite integration, then there is definite integration and area under curves, and the third topic is differential equations. Indefinite integration इसलिए strong होना चाहिए because it is very much used in definite integration. So try to solve each and every type of question. Linear upon quadratic, quadratic upon quadratic, quadratic upon root quadratic, linear upon root quadratic. Okay, there are various type of indefinite integrations in your boards as well as in JEE Mains. So at least solve 3 to 4 questions on each and every type. There is partial fraction, there is variety of questions on partial fraction, then there is integration by parts. Integration by parts में भी बहुत variety है. Like the questions in which we take 1 as the second function. The questions in which you by parts 2 times, then you get something like integration I is equal to something minus I. So that minus I goes on the other side and then you get the value of the integration. So वो हो गया. फिर उसके बाद ये वाला फॉर्मूला, integration of e raised to x into fx plus f dash x dx is equal to e raised to x fx plus c. बहुत बार क्वेश्चन आया है इस पे JEE Mains में. So this formula is very important. Okay, it is derived from by parts. And they won't ask you a very straightforward question on this. See, I'll take an example. Let's say we have a question like this. Now, ना तो log x 1 by x square का derivative है ना 1 by x square log x का derivative है, right? So what we can do is we can just add subtract 1 by x in this. And then you distribute it. So it is e raised to x into log x plus 1 by x plus e raised to x into minus 1 by x plus 1 by x square. And now you can clearly see कि ये दोनों इंटीग्रेशन जो है ये इसी फॉर्मूले पे बेस्ड है. e raised to x into function plus its derivative, e raised to x into function plus its derivative. So the answer is straight away e raised to x log x, that is the first integration, and e raised to x by minus x. So that is the second integration. So you can expect such questions in JEE Mains. Okay, now let's come to definite integration. Now see, definite integration is of course a very important topic. You can expect 2 to 3 questions on this topic in JEE Mains. Revise all the properties. There are some 8 to 10 properties. You just go through those properties. Then there is Newton-Leibniz formula, which is very important because that's the only formula which connects differential calculus to integral calculus. So the examiner gets a chance to make tougher questions. So they definitely try to use Newton-Leibniz formula. It connects maxima, minima, monotonicity, everything to the integration. So solve at least 20 to 30 questions on Newton-Leibniz formula before appearing for the actual mains. Other than that, area under curves is a very easy topic. You just try to understand how to make graphs, how to use the symmetry in graphs, how to use transformation of graphs which you have studied in functions, and once you draw the graph, then it's just nothing but an integration. Last topic of integral calculus is differential equations. It is not as important as definite integration, but yes, you can expect one question on differential equations. Mostly you might find difficulty in solving word problems of differential equations, because otherwise if you know like basic methods like variable separable, linear first order differential equation and homogeneous differential equation, you may be able to solve very basic level question. But when word problems comes, you first need to form a differential equation and then you need to solve. So word problems kar lo thode se. Start from your 12th standard textbook, then you solve some JEE Mains or JEE advanced level questions. So I don't think you find any kind of difficulty even in word problems. So that's all from my side when it comes to calculus. Calculus में ज़्यादा shortcuts नहीं चलते हैं. You need to understand the concept very well. So in the next video we'll be discussing about algebra. You can follow us on Facebook. We have FB page as Vidyalankar Classes and Publications. Also you can follow us on YouTube. You can subscribe to our channel. This is a WhatsApp number. In case you have any doubts, you can message us on this number. Thank you.